Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Cottrell from MKP. I hope you're doing good out there. Going to get through this real quick tonight. September 30th, coming up Friday, September 30th at Charlotte Pub, which is the ticker underneath me. It's telling you that. Follow us on Facebook if you get a chance. I'll get all this out of the way. Go to YouTube, Mike Cottrell at YouTube. A lot of videos on there, a lot of the past podcasts. Get to see a lot of stuff, a lot of videos we did from different various places. You'll get to see, actually, and even the old Poison Tribute Act, me and Tommy Wren is on there. You'll get to see that. Check it out. Like us, hit the follow button. Go on the MKP page on Facebook. Hit the like button. Good job. October 1st, 3100 Club. We'll be back in Paducah. And then the very next weekend, we are at Rockers in Paducah. A lot of nice places there we play. It's a great time. I had a great time last week at 3100 Club, 2 weeks ago, actually. It's a long drive. It's fun. It's not as far as going to South Carolina and stuff like that. On October 15th, Salty Mike's in House Springs, Missouri. October 21st, we're at Backwoods in Hopewell. And then the 22nd, very next day, we're at 3100 Club in Paducah. November 5th, we're at Hub's Pub in Bonne Terre, Missouri. That's a great place to come and see us play. December 16th, we're at the Corner Keg in Highland, Illinois. December 17th, we're at Backwoods. And then December 30th, the night before, New we're at the Charlotte Pub. Park Hills Underground is getting real close. I was there the other night setting a main PA up and going back tomorrow night to set up the monitors and get everything going. They got the stage painted. There are great pictures of the place. That's Park Hills Underground. They're going to have original acts, all kinds of stuff. There's so much going on at that place. It's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, but it's going to be a happening place. Please check them out. Bands Around Town on Facebook. Check them out. They're helping out a lot of bands around here. They are videotaping bands, getting the word out about clubs, helping clubs advertise for clubs, and various. He's a real good guy that runs that. And don't forget to check out my buddies at the 47th Saloon here in Bonne Terre, Missouri, at 522 Benham Street. Great little small club. Great people. They even have food, bar food. They have bands in the winter. I'm not sure if they've had bands in the summer or not. It's hard to say. I haven't been there in a bit because we've been busy playing. We get a chance. Let me see here if we've got a chat going. I didn't see the chat. Hey, what's up? What's up? Good evening, Robert Doyle. Okay. What's up, Sue Ann? There's Sue Ann's right there. Sue Ann says, "What's up?" All right. My sister Tracy's on there. Says, "Is that you, my little brother? It's good to see you." Okay. Derek says, "Howdy, Mike." Hey, Derek. I like to at least try to say hi to everybody. Robert Doyle. Greetings from Robert Doyle. Woo! My sister says, "Hello, hello, hello." And let's see, Sue Ann. Yes, 47 Saloon, Sue Ann. Yeah, I try to help those guys out and advertise for them about every week we do this. Get out there and check those guys out. They're a new club. It's a local business. That's what you're supposed to do. Get out, support your local bands. You know, when you think about it, they're you got all you love. You know, AC/DC, Van Halen, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, all these big bands, Sepultura, King Diamond, which is the harder stuff. My son's probably on there going, "What?" But Mont the Hoople, even some of these bands, Head East, um, they were once local bands. Get out and support them. They were once the local bands. Hey, Corey, what's up? There's my son, Corey. Corey says, "Hello. Hello, Corey. What's up?" Get out and support your local bands. Support them. Go see them. Everyone out there was once a local band. they had to struggle through playing to ashtrays and playing to 5 or 6 people here and there and doing that, and get out to see them. It's very very often that when you're starting out like that, you're struggling. I mean, the MKP band, My Cultural Project, we play some places, and sometimes it's not as busy as what we'd like, and sometimes it's not as busy as what anybody would like. But it just happens. Hey, what's up, Chris? What's going on? Chris Hopkins says hello. What's up, Chris? Good to see you here, man. Um, the thing is, your local acts. Around here, Mojo Rising, the Mike Cottrell Project. Many numerous bands. I help out my buddies, Mojo Rising. They have a couple different bands. They just played. St. Louis knows about you, MKP. I was up there today. Uh-oh. I don't know what Robert's doing, and Robert's helping us out somewhere. Not sure, but thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. We appreciate any help. Like I said, get out and support your local acts. Chris knows what I'm talking about. Robert knows what I'm talking about. Sue Ann, my sister Corey, they all know when you have a local act. We do half originals and covers. I mean, that's retching it. That's rough sometimes because people don't know there are originals. They just assume they're covers, and they're like, "Oh, those are good stuff," But that's because I don't really announce them anymore. I don't, and they're like, "Hey, that was a good song. Who was that?" Us. Thanks, appreciate it. But support your local acts because they need it. Go out. Hey, buy them a beer. Put some money in the tip jar. Sometimes we're glad we get tips in the tip jar because we can have money to get back home or to the next gig. That's how it goes. Um, Birthdays tonight. Joan Jett. Oh, in September tonight. But Ray Charles, if he's still around, he'd have a birthday today. Here's the awful dad joke of the night. Okay, you ready for this? Here's a good one. This one, Sue Ann, this one's for you. Don't operate MRIs, but cats can. That's awful. That's bad. I love local bands. Sue Ann says, I love local bands. That's how I met y'all. Can't wait to see you at Backwoods. To Derek, be there. Yep, Derek. See, Derek, she's telling you to be there, Derek. You got to be there. And once again, thank you, Sue Ann and Robert and Chris and Corey, everybody. Thank you for supporting us. Another band around here, Dr. Fever and the Venus Flytrap. Great disco band. Check them out. They play a lot too. They're trying to break through. I'm not sure if they're not in it for originals and stuff like that, but we're trying to break through to that. It's tough, man. It really is. But if you get a chance, we're at Backwoods. The 21st. I'm sure Sue Ann's going to be there with bells on. We'll have to have her play air guitar. Got the new picks for you to play them with too. Busy man here busting out projects, but I can definitely come to Backwoods. Right on the 21st of October. October 21st we'll be there. But we'll also be at Hub's Pub November 5th too. I know that's a little closer for you, but I think Jim from Bands Around Town is going to come out and film us some there and do the interview and stuff. He's been wanting to get with us and do the interview. I'm not sure how that goes, but chat overlay. I'm trying to get this to overlay, but it's supposed to work like that. Let's cut that off there. Anyway, I'll put them up. I think Mojo is at Farmington VFW this Friday. That's what Robert says. I think Mojo Rising at Farmington VFW. Is that true, Chris? Oh, Chris was on here. I'm not sure. But, and if you've come to see the band play, please come see us again. And if you get a chance to see Mojo Rising and Chris and those guys, go see them. They're a great band. They're trying. Yes, awesome. Need a new pick, and I'll bring all my friends if possible. Okay, thank you, Sue. Sue says you're awesome. Need a new pick. Yep, I just repeated that. Sorry, Chris Hopkins. Yep, Chris Hopkins. Yes, Chris says the Mojo Rising is playing the Farmington VFW this Friday. Give me a time, Chris, and I'll shout that out. I'm not sure what time. Probably 7 or 8 o'clock start time. I know they end early there. It's probably 7 or 8, somewhere around in there. But Chris, am I right? You teach guitar at one of the music stores? Let me know that, and I'll plug that for you, buddy. If you want that done, let me know. Chris, great guitar player. I saw him play. Him and who was in the disco band? I want to check them out. That is Doctor Fever and the Venus Flytrap. That's Timex. He's the one in that. They play a lot of good. Yes, Chris says they start at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. at the Farmington VFW. Let's go check them out. But what I was the thought I was on, I went to see Chris and Matt and Mojo Rising. Yes, Chris. See, I get all these messages in here. Chris says yes. Chris teaches guitar at Music Makers, and what I was trying to get at, Chris is a great guitar player. I don't like to do this too much, but Chris did a fantastic job with Mojo Rising when I went to see them play at Blues, Brews, and Barbecues. I don't watch many guitar players. I try not to because when you're a musician, you try to critique them and stuff like that. But I saw Chris do this one guitar run in this one song, and I'm sitting there. I look over at Kathy and I went, "Damn, that was good." That's. But I like guitar players that surprise me. I mean, it's just when you're in a situation like that and you're out in front of people like that, you try different things and you have fun. But I'm sure their songs are structured and they do most of the same thing because they play along with drum tracks, I think, and the bass player. But if you get a chance, check them out. Horizon, they're at the VFW in Farm. Great place to play. I'm sure it's probably in the bar in the small room time. I'm not. I would imagine they start at 7 p.m. Don't forget to get out to the 47 Saloon at 522 Benham Street in Bonne Terre, Missouri. This September 30th, next Friday at the Charlac Pub in Charlac, Missouri. Get a chance to check that out. And let's see here if I've got any more messages. No, that's about it. Anybody else out there? Everybody else? Chris. Okay. Chris Hoppins. Okay. I think it's Mojo. I think Chris is saying Black River Wine House, Saturday at 7 o'clock for Mojo Rising. The Black River Wine House. If you can get out to see them guys play out there, drink some wine. Establishment. Tip them in the tip jar. Give them some gas money to get back and forth to the next gig. Gig. Get a chance to see us out there. Please do. October 21st at Backwoods here in town in Missouri, and November 5th at Hub's Pub. And December 17th, we're at Backwoods. So that's the closest places we are most of the time. We're in Kentucky. We're trying to get more gigs here. Yeah, that's the closest places we're playing that I see of. But you get a chance, get out to see Mojo Rising at the VFW this Friday and Black River Wine House Saturday at 7 p.m. Guys do a great job. Matt's a great singer also. We're going to get out of here. I'm Mike Cottrell from MKP. I hope everybody enjoyed this tonight. I'm going to have a couple guests next week. Surprise guests. I guess I'll tell you who they are next week as soon as we go on. You just have to live with it. But Sue, Chris, Robert, our gator is hungry. Uh-oh. Oh, well, then, them boys from Louisiana, they have problem growing their weeds because their gators are so mean they eat up all their seeds. Gator's hungry. That's a new tune from, what is it? Cross Canadian Ragweed we've been doing. It's called Them Boys from Oklahoma. That's a pretty funny tune. It's Robert, Chris, Derek, Corey, Sue Ann, Tracy. We'll see you guys. You have a good night. We'll see you next week and see you at a gig. I'm Mike Cottrell from MKP. Have a great night. See ya.